Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
To another episode of RV Adulting.
How's it going?
Oh.
It's your girl, Dali con Pique.
It's your girl, JQ.
I'm back at it again.
Yeah, we're back at it again.
So I'm
in
sure
damn near quarantine.
Yeah, and I'm sure you know what this episode is about. We figured, this was definitely something we had to talk about.
Yeah, this is like history in the making, dude.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like, what the hell? This is so new to everyone. It's just something that hasn't happened in so long,
Yeah.
I mean, they've had other diseases that have came out and other viruses and things like that, but they haven't affected America as much as this one has.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me.
Getting blown up.
People are concerned. So before the Great Depression, what was it that hit? I meant to look that up because a sickness came and it killed a whole bunch of people. There was no cure for it.
Was it the influenza?
I don't know. Or was it pneumonia? I don't know. It was something like if you had asthma, you were at really high risk. I can't remember, but that's initially what happened, and then we went into a Great Depression.
And it's when the Great Depression happened, that's when everyone got the influenza?
I think.
Because, I watched that show, a little bit of that show, Pandemic, on Netflix. And I know it said that there was billions of people who died from the flu. It wasn't just billions. It was billions who died. It was young, old, everything, because they had no freaking cure. So, because of that, I mean, thank God we have technology that's way more advanced.
Right, we're a little at an advantage.
We can't expect people to come up with a vaccine in 2 weeks, though,
Exactly.
So it's like, woo, this is kind of scary. I mean, it is, but I don't know.
It is, but I do feel like we were kind of overdue. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, we've been hearing that, this was going to happen. Nobody expected it to happen. Mm-hmm. We definitely damn near were not prepared for this shit.
Yeah. So, the country, the world,
healthcare
we're
systems,
not mentally prepared physically. Nobody's prepared.
Heck no.
And even situations now, we don't know what to do. We're like, do I have to go to work? Do I not have to go to work?
Right.
In my brother's case, they're supposed to move on Friday. Then it's like, okay, are we going to be quarantined? Do we have to stay here?
Or what's really going on?
Because I know they just came out with the thing today that no one can get evicted or foreclosed right now. Nothing can go through foreclosure. Nobody can get evicted. But
so now we're talking about it in present tense as to what's going on, of course, because it's ongoing. It's something that's ongoing. But I guarantee you 2 months from now, it's going to be a completely different thing. We'll see.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that it changes day by day.
Maybe we'll do a wind down and talk about it,
I mean, the episode drops tomorrow, and things could be significantly different.
Well, we were looking at some things that were going on, and I was watching TV, the news. Always the best place to get info, right? But they talked about how since yesterday, there has been thousands of more cases.
Crazy.
At least 1,000, definitely 1,000, but more than 1,000 cases.
Crazy.
That are new. So, goes to show you, supermarkets may be open, all of that may be open. There's still stuff that's closed, but there's still people who are out and about. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I go to the store and I'm risking, and I'm like, oh my God, am I going to risk my life for my hummus?
And not only risking, because we have an advantage because we're young. So, our recovery rate is it's a lot higher than somebody older.
Right.
But us getting it, risk me going to see my godmother, my godparents, and they risk it. And
or even
our parents,
our parents are not young either,
Exactly. This is something that it's not only about yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to take it seriously for literally everyone.
Yeah, it's about taking care of each other.
Right, and that's the one thing that we do know. I feel like no one really knows anything about what's happening because, it's a new, coronavirus is new, everything's new. But one thing that we do know, it's like, okay, we have to take care of each other. We have to stay clean. We have to wash our hands. Yes. These are the things that they're solid facts, and people still don't want to pay attention to it.
That's why, or stop being childish.
Right.
Stop being selfish in this situation because it's more than just about you and yourself, especially when it comes to people going to the stores. I've been to plenty of stores these past few days and I found nothing on the shelves. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I have a kid and my mother's older, so it's like you have to think about things like that. Stop being greedy. Stop taking everything for yourself.
Dude, when we went to Walmart yesterday and I went to the baby aisle, literally no baby wipes. And I'm like, okay, so how are these babies? Like, you have to think, okay, the babies need the baby wipes.
Right.
We will be okay.
Yeah.
And the store will restock. But yeah, you got to share the wealth.
Right.
Like, it's getting insane.
There has to be, like, I know that me and Dolly were talking about it and how we were saying there needs to be limits. And some of the stores are limiting. But if me, Dolly, and her brother go to the store, look, a limit for 4 per person. Look, you're going in, I'm going in, and you're going in too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I think about it, and it is hard to keep control of a limit, because who says I can come in and buy 2 toilet paper rolls, that's my limit, and 25 minutes later I'll come in and go to a different cash register and grab 2 more toilet paper rolls.
Right.
There's no way to really control.
It's just too much. And then, like, I feel bad for these small businesses, because if we do get quarantined or anything like that, it's going to be insane. Like my brother back home, he had these 2 jobs. Both of his jobs, of course, like had to stop working or close on the business for a while, you know, because that's what is required, blah, 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 blah. But one of his jobs actually let him go, like actually fired him, because they did not want to compensate him for the time that they weren't working. Now, if that's not childish, that's so damn bogus. Like, these are people who work for you. These are people you're supposed to take into consideration, you know? And it's crazy, though, because from a business standpoint, I'm sure it might have been hard on them, too. Because we got to fire all these employees because we cannot afford to keep this up.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's just like, I try to think from both sides, because it is very bogus. Now my brother's off without a job. Both his jobs, he's not working, you know? So it's like, damn, what are we going to do? Especially, we're servers, too.
Yeah.
And technically, right now, we're not working. We're supposed to work this weekend. We shall see.
I don't know. Dude, I don't want to, like, I don't want to put out where we work like that, but, like, I feel like they should be closed.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, okay, we're going to stay open for during high volume days, but high volume days are the days that we shouldn't be open.
Right.
It doesn't really make sense to me.
How they're trying to make everything work.
And it's already been, there's articles about it. It's a mess. It's a mess. And I get it. Like, these companies want to do whatever they can to get the money, because we really don't know what's going to happen next.
Right. I think that's business standpoint too. But with our business and where we work, they have more than
it's kind
money.
of like, we'll be okay.
Right. We'll be okay. Right. You'll lose some money, but like freaking Walmart and Target, you're not going to close. At some point, you're going to reopen, do whatever you need to do.
They don't even, like, Walmart will stay open, even during a quarantine. Like, all grocery stores, pharmacy, like, everything like that.
It's kind of annoying. Because,
but I feel like people aren't getting that. They feel like, oh, quarantine, we can't leave our house at all. We need to stock up on everything. But it's like the grocery store will
be open. The supermarket will be open. The things that will close, that, you know, of course, your regular things, eating out. You're not going to be able to eat out. You're not going to be able to go to the theater. You're not going to be able to go to the gym.
Right. You can't go to the bar. Like, I'm sorry. You can't go twerk. You can't go do your thing. Like, but you can live.
Right.
You can still live.
You can live.
It's not like, and especially us Floridians, I feel like we should be better, because we go through this shit every year for hurricane season. And it's literally hurricane season, like first class luxury hurricane season. We still get to keep our electric. We still get to keep our water. We could still go to this. Like, it's not like we're in like hurricane season. We bunkered down. We got to put the stuff on the windows, like we have to really prepare. This is like first class hurricane.
And it's crazy because the stuff, like, okay, so we looked it up and we got some information, and this virus more than likely affects your lungs and your airways. So to make you have SARS, I think that's what it's called. It's like a respiratory
yeah, well, I guess like coronavirus
is a
strand of, like, it goes under the same category of, like, SARS and MERS.
Yeah, and
all that stuff.
And it's supposed to, like, it has a strain of that within it, I guess. And but that's, I guess, what a lot of people are, like, suffering from, the older people.
Yeah.
The lung issues and failing, all that, not being able to breathe on your own.
Yeah, and they say like the first symptom is like your throat hurting.
Yeah, they had other symptoms too.
Yeah, like a cough, high temp. They say always check your temperature. If you feel like your throat hurts, something, immediately check your temp.
Yeah.
And then shortness of breath. What happens is if all that fluid and stuff gets in your lungs, that's when it becomes a problem. If it goes into I heard if it goes into like your stomach, it's fine. It can go away. But if it goes into your lungs, that's when it becomes an issue.
They said it starts in your throat. But there's so many theories about everything. This is so new. It's like, you don't know. I don't know. You can look wherever you want to look on the internet. You don't know what's facts and what's not until it's on TMZ.
Yeah. We'll just wait for the TMZ report.
We'll be watching. No.
There's like a whole bunch of conspiracy theories that this is a man-made thing just to like
cover up something. I've heard of that.
Cover up something or to decrease the population.
But
they're going to get all the old people out.
But in my mind, I'm like, do you not understand in like a few years, damn near a lot of the population is going to be gone anyways because we're not taking care of our lovely earth anyways.
Right.
So like stuff that's happening. And then like we just figured out there was a earthquake in Utah. On top of whatever's going on. We have all these today. This year has just been crazy when it comes to natural disasters.
Dude,
and
2020 is
2020 has been on one. Like
for real.
They're not Earth is not fucking around this year.
Earth is pissed. Earth has said, you know what? It's my year. 2020 is my year. Fuck all y'all. It can't be everyone's year.
Right.
I'm taking over.
It's all me.
It is all about me. But we have
stuff.
read some positive light to shed. We have read that the countries that are being quarantined, like China, the first time in years have seen blue skies because all the factories are shut down.
It's so crazy because for me, it's like the things that we should be doing, you should be eating at home or you shouldn't. I mean,
right.
We're
like
servers and stuff, so, we get our money that way, but still, it's still like,
it's like
you should
forcing
be eating at
us
home. Right.
to like realize what we're doing kind of thing. Like that we don't need to be doing
they said
all
it's
this
less
shit.
emissions, it's less flights, so less pollution in the air, less driving, less pollution in the air. Like it's so much better stuff that's going on.
In Italy, they said that the canal in Venice, it's like clear for the first time. You could see the fish swimming, and the swans have come back into the.
That's insane.
In just this little bit of time. Imagine if we just completely turned the way we live around to try to take care of Earth. It has the potential of.
This might not even be an issue right now. Like if we were to take care of ourselves and do things right.
Right.
That goes back to me thinking of like us growing vegetables and trading vegetables. I'm like, can we just
That's
go
how
to
it's
days
gonna
like that?
be. I'm gonna be to my neighbor. You want some lettuce?
Got some peppers.
I wish, dude. I mean, this is what that's gonna show us. But I also read an article which is kind of fucking sad that the same thing kind of happened during the Depression.
Yeah.
That the skies started clearing up and this and that. But as soon as we got the okay for production to go back and for us to go back to work,
back to the same
it went
thing.
back very quickly. So it kind of like, it's cool, it's really cool, but then it fucking sucks because we know these businesses are going to be like, we have to go double time to make up for the time we lost.
Right.
And they're going to like
what
go
if
crazy.
some random scientist was like, this is the only way people are going to stop. I'm going to make this.
Right.
I'm going to make this virus.
We're going to keep them
going to
indoors.
make people stay inside and do what the hell they need
Dude,
to do. What's that little girl? Her name is like Greta something.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I could just see her.
Yes.
You will all learn. You will learn.
She's so happy right now, dude.
Oh my God. There's this little girl, I don't know if you guys know, and she's a big advocate for like being green and like
climate change and stuff.
And
her and Leo,
yes,
they're best friends. Her and
my man Leo. But it's so true though, and I kind of look up to a little girl like her because it's like she's doing stuff. She's making her voice known,
And that's a lot of wisdom to hold at such a young age.
Well, because a lot of people think that it's just me. There's not going to be any difference made.
Right.
You know, so like people have this this perception in their mind that unless it's like 100+ people, you're not making a difference for anything at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, just like with this podcast, we were like, oh, fuck it, let's just do a podcast, you know? And
then you hear some of the feedback we get, and we're like, dang, like our voice is kind of being heard, and people are like really relating.
And then when you hit that like 1,000 mark where they're like, yeah, 1,000 people have listened to your podcast, you know, it's like, ooh.
Like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, or like 1,000 listens. That's great, you know? That's more than 4 people listening to each of our episodes, you know? So like...
And that makes you want to... When you have an audience like that, when you're reaching a bigger audience, you want to say something meaningful. You want you want to say something with a message, something that people are going to take with them.
Right.
So... Give it up to her.
Yeah.
Because she's doing the
Round
damn
of
thing.
applause for Greta.
For real. Greta, this is your time. This is your time to shine.
2020.
For real.
So,
on another note,
we had, we also looked up, like, where, like, how intense this virus is in certain parts. And, of course, China's number one. They have the most people infected over there. Number 2 is Italy. And number 3, it was Iran. And that kind of surprised me. Mm-hmm. But
that did surprise me, too.
Those are the top 3. We're number 8. And this is from yesterday. So
yeah, it could have changed.
Right. Who knows, you know? So, like, we're trying to see, you know, we're going with it. Of course, we're going to keep you updated with, like, with our wind downs and, you know, talk about it a little more. But, you know, we're just trying to, like, be safe, man. Like, don't breathe.
I know. Just
don't breathe anywhere.
Literally just live in a bubble. That's all. That's my advice.
It's just hard because you want to get things done, but you damn near, like, oh, when I go around to stores, like I was saying, because I've been to so many stores lately, like, I look at people and I'm like, do you have it? Do you have it?
Right.
Does this cashier have it?
Do I have it and I don't know? Like,
right.
You literally don't know.
It's scary and you don't want to touch anything. I damn near don't want to grab carts. I'm over here, like, juggling a whole bunch of shit because I don't want to grab a damn cart.
It's scary, man. And I told my mom and Edwin, I'm like, listen, if we go under quarantine and we need to do a grocery run, I'm making the grocery run.
Yeah.
I have a better chance of fighting this thing versus you guys.
I damn near want to find masks, but were you the one who told me that masks don't really help you unless you have it?
Unless you have it and you don't want to spread it.
Right.
But if you don't have it, it's not really going to do much.
But if you don't want to breathe it
and then there's like a certain mask that you need.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I was going to say I would go to the store and try to look for masks, but I know damn well
girl, don't even. We
mask.
might as well just try to make that our own mask. Take a nylon. Like.
Right. People like we're ready to rob the place.
I just don't want the corona.
You know those beadies that they put all over their whole head?
Yes,
with the holes?
yes.
The 3 holes?
The defense. Speaking of making things, do you want to talk about that?
Okay.
Because right now, we already know, I'm sure all y'all know, but there's a big shortage of hand sanitizer.
Yes. And we tried to figure out, like, I wanted to go on Amazon and order some damn hand sanitizer because I'm like, look, there's no hand sanitizer. But then I looked it up and I'm like, you can make your own freaking hand sanitizer. Dude. And I was like, what the heck? This is definitely our adulting 101 because
people need to be doing this.
Right. And people need to be aware that I'm sure there's pure aloe vera gel that you can find and some alcohol, 90% alcohol, whatever, 100%. And you can find some essential oil. That's all you freaking need, literally.
And then it said if your hands are prone to getting dry very easily, you could even use witch hazel versus the alcohol.
Right, and you just put some more of like a tea tree oil so that it's more of antibacterial for your hands, so it works a little better. But the fact that you can make it, I'm like, oh my God, why haven't we been doing this at all?
And I'm sure you guys can look up on anything on how to make it because it was super easy for us to find. Yes. We're actually, after this, we're going to do a video of how to make it. We're going to do a little video of us making it. And
I'm so excited.
So if you want to watch our video, we're going to put a link to that in the show notes to our video of how to make it. And, you know, if we're under quarantine, y'all have all the time in the world. Like, get these supplies now, and then you could just be making hella hand sanitizer on your time off. And just have it stocked up. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing I wanted to touch on, if we do decide, if the United States does decide to go into quarantine, I know that sounds a lot, like really scary for a lot of people. Like, oh my, like going into quarantine, that sounds crazy.
But it's not like they're going to bolt down our doors.
Right. I think it's like more... I think what's scary is the unknown. Yeah. Like, oh my God, what is this going to bring? What is this going to do? And
I think that's in everyone's, like, I'm not anxious about it. I don't have anxiety about it, but it does worry me.
Right. It's scary. It's the unknown. I mean, even when you think about death is scary because we don't know what happens. Right. So we're thinking the worst. You know, and I think it's important during these times to really think that everything happens for a reason. Everything. And maybe this is the reason, like, we've read all those things where it says maybe this is a time for us to come indoors and to be one with ourselves, to use this time to read, to meditate, and to get in tune with ourselves while we're not distracted by everything else going on in the world.
Yes.
You know, we're kind of like forced to like regroup
Kind of
and
do
like
what we
center
used
ourselves.
to do.
Right. And like
without
be with your
technology.
family and
Yeah.
like hang out, and you know, it just gives you a lot of time to do things. And at the same time, it gives the world time to heal a bit from everything we're doing to it.
I think not to be on a negative note, because I love everything you just said, but it's kind of crazy because as an adult, with all this shit going on, the number one thing you're worried about is how the fuck am I going to pay my bills?
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I think that's that's a scary thing for a lot of people, too, especially the adults who are paying shit.
I mean, when you think about it, even when we're not under quarantine, all we're worried about is how we're going to pay our bills.
Right.
That's the way everything runs. Like, how am I going to make money? How am I going to pay my bills? Am I going to have enough? And that's why we're forced. We kind of don't do the things that we're supposed to be doing as humans. Mm-hmm. You know, being together and censoring and meditating and, you know, giving ourselves time to just relax.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, even when this thing passes, we're still going to be, and even when we're back on our feet and this is all over with, it's still going to be the same. Oh, how am I going to pay my bills? Mm-hmm. You know, so I think we should just take it as maybe this is a way to learn how to,
of course,
when things are good, learn how to pull back and be like, I need some, right. learn how to open a fucking savings account, because right now that would really help. But, no, for real. Like, use this time to, like, learn what you're good at. Maybe you can, like, figure out a talent that you never knew you had. And then you can use it to make money when the market's good again. You know what I'm saying? Or something. Like, use it for good. Don't take all this time, if we do go into quarantine, to worry and to cry and to be scared and to be negative. Use it as something positive, because...
Yeah. For sure. Switch it around.
Right.
Turn it around to where, you know, because, you know, especially if you have kids, too, your worry is going to brush off on your kids. They're going to feel anxious because of some type of way. You know, I find myself being with my son and being like, don't touch that. You know, I'm like, don't do that. Get over here. You know, don't touch that. It's like a wall or something little, you know, and I'm like, don't do it. But I need to stop being that way, because he doesn't know what's going on. And I should just take more precaution, which he should be already doing, which is like washing his hands all the time and doing little things. So I've just been making sure he's doing things he should be. Yeah. You know, so that it can, you know, prevent him from getting sick or anything like that, because it does worry me. And I'm like, I got a little kid, man. This boy's always sick. So, yeah. Girl, it's worrying for kids. But just be calm.
Yeah, I mean, it's all going to work out the way that it's supposed to work out. Yes. It's all going to be okay. This will give you time to bond with your kids, for sure. Yeah, especially if you have kids. It's going to give you a lot of bonding time. You better play teacher, too, because these kids being out of school, if they do quarantine us or something, you know, whatever, 2 to 4 to 8 weeks or whatever they say, you know, that's been rumored, it's you're going to have to step up and do more. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, your kids are out of school. This has never happened where we were out of school for 2 months because of freaking a virus. Yeah. You know, it's insane. Like, lucky ass kids. I know. God damn it. But I've been hearing that if the school goes like on for too long, they have to repeat the grade. You know? Oh my goodness. About 300 Isn't that crazy? Kids. Like, oh, we're just going to repeat this grade all over again. But I think that's why it's important also, because if your kid tests a certain way, then, you know, kids, I feel like there's a loophole. Mm-hmm. Because kids who test really well can go on, probably. Yeah, can skip grades. So maybe if your kid is up to date in what's going on in their grade, maybe they'll be able to. Maybe just keep that in mind. I need to look that up. My kid's not in school yet like that, so. Yeah, but look it up, because I think this is going to have an effect on kids going to the next grade. Because I think about 2 months. Are you going to go to school in the summer? Like, what's going to happen? Like, right. I mean, don't they have to... School's almost out for this year. This is the end of the damn near the end of it fucking sucks for the people that are like getting ready for graduation high school, and right? Shit. I'm ready. Well, I heard a whole bunch of proms got canceled. Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. So sad. And then, like, people are being super petty. I know I read something somewhere where this girl had paid to get her hair done, paid in full, and they had to cancel it because everything's going on. She would not refund her.
She would not refund her. I would be like, I'll gladly refund you half, but
I know, but I still technically did a service for you. So.
Service fee. But I mean, at least give them back something. Just like how we were saying, stop being childish. People are like suffering right now. Some people are super dead broke. There's some people who are homeless who don't have anywhere to go in this time, you know? So just be mindful, just be kind.
And be patient. Like,
and have hand sanitizer.
And, you know,
if you can find it.
And if you don't, watch our YouTube video of how to make hand sanitizer.
For real, though.
Oh, man.
Because we will definitely keep you up to game and up to speed of how to do that, because that's important.
Yeah.
Especially if you want some in your house. You can sell some, man. We're about to make a business.
For real.
Hand sanitizer. Selling it like lemonade on the corner.
With gloves.
You need some? I know you need some.
Jesus. That's funny. I feel like I had something else I wanted to say about this whole coronavirus thing. Oh, the fact that if you know anything about me, I'm going to rant for a few minutes.
Go ahead.
She needs to. If you know anything about me, for as long as I can remember, I have hated bats. I thought they were disgusting. I thought they were scary. I have a phobia of them, I think. And the older I got, the more I realized, like, those bitches are nasty. Like, they carry a whole bunch of crazy diseases and shit. Then to come and find out, apparently, what's being told to us, because, you know, you can never fully trust what's being told to us. Mm-hmm. If what the other people are saying is true, that this is a man-made virus that, for, like, whatever. But what is being told to us, if it's true, is that the bat was carrying this damn virus and biting, like, the animals in China or something. I have a picture of it.
Well, I know that they were saying that it was either transmitted. They're not 100% sure how it was transmitted to us, but what they're assuming is that it was transmitted to an animal and we ate the fucking animal. And
it says
that's how it all started.
It says the animal source of the latest outbreak has not yet been identified, but the original host is thought to be bats. Bats were not sold at the Wuhan market, but may have infected live chickens or other animals sold there. Bats are host to a wide range of zoonotic viruses, including Ebola, HIV, and rabies. Like, these bitches are disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
They carry all these nasty things, crazy. Dude, and like, whatever. I've always had this vendetta with bats. It always gave me a bad energy, and now the secret's out. Now I know why. I'm so done.
When they say, like, the circle of life, and you wonder why, like, because before I used to be like, why are bees even a thing? Like, why do we need bees? And then I realized why. But I'm like, do we really need bats? Like,
I mean, people look at bats as, like, they eat mosquitoes. Dude, I was watching Shark Tank.
What mosquitoes? Because we get bitten by hella mosquitoes.
Dude, I was watching Shark Tank one time, and this guy came to try to, like, promote his product, and he was calling it a bat B&B. And it's pretty much a thing to put in your backyard so bats can live, so they can come and eat all the insects from your yard, kind of thing. Instead of using pest control, whatever, you use the fucking bats.
Yeah, right.
And one of the people invested in it. And I
remember you telling me that.
I was watching this and I'm like, are they insane? Do they not know what kind of nasty shit these bats carry? And then the guy was like, how many bats can fit in the bat B&B? Oh, up until like 2 or 250.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. Dude, I'm getting like, cosas, like, I'm like, I can't. I'm going to throw up.
It's gross.
I can't believe it. Second thing I'm going to rant about. First thing was fuck a bat. Fuck a bat. Fuck a bat. Those things are trash. Don't go in a bat cave. You're going to get like rabies or some shit. Second thing I'm going to say is because of this bat. I wasn't going to even bring this up. I wasn't going to bring it up. It's in the past. I don't want to be petty and like be angry, but all because of this bat, apparently, I couldn't get a fucking house.
Dude. The perfect.
Talk about the perfect opportunity getting placed into my lap at the worst timing possible. And when it happened, I was like, of course, this is usually how my life plays out. It's usually a big joke.
Oh my goodness.
It's usually like, yeah. Dude, I was right there. So pretty much I found this perfect house. I put an offer in on it and I went to go see it. Guys, I'm getting emotional right now just thinking about it. I went to go see it. I fell in love. I'm like, it's small, but I can like be okay in a small space. I can't. So I put an offer in. My realtor calls me and is like, listen, they called me. Long story short, they had 7 offers on the house, but all the other ones were investors, and they wanted somebody that was actually going to live in the house. So they pretty much were like, we want her because she's not going to just take the house and fix it up and try to sell it for more money or take it and rent it out for money. She wants to live in it. And I was like,
how often does that happen?
Dude, that never happens, especially in Tampa that the market is so high right now.
And like cash offers. They had cash offers over what they were asking.
Cash offers, and they were like, we want her. And I was like overwhelmed with joy, like way too much joy. And they always tell you in the home buying process, don't get too excited. Until you have the keys in your hand, don't get excited. And I understand. You would think I understood that by now because my journey has been so fucking crazy. But no, I really got way too excited. And
girl, you had a reason to be excited because you were this close.
Yes.
You were literally this close to the fucking coronavirus.
They were like, we want her, blah, blah. So I did everything. They were like, we need you to put a down payment on the house by Tuesday, which was this week, Tuesday. Whatever. So Monday comes, I figure something out with my bank. I'm doing all the steps. Tuesday, and then Monday, I get to work, and that's when they tell us that was our last shift until the weekend. And then I'm like, shit, dude, like, okay, does this change things? What should I do? So Tuesday comes, and my realtor's like, oh, I sent you the instructions on how to wire the money for the down payment, blah, blah, blah. And
oh my goodness.
I call my realtor, and I'm like, listen, this is what's going on. Pretty much, I have a weekend job, I guess you can say, but I really honestly don't know how long that's gonna last, if it's gonna last at all. And she was pretty much like, you're not gonna be able to get this house because the bank is gonna see that you're not working or you're not working like that, and they're not gonna give you this loan. And we tried to work through every little thing on trying to get this, and it was just not going to work. And I had to call my mortgage lender and let her know, and she was like, I'll write a letter of denial letter, declining the offer because you got laid off. And I wanted to be like, I didn't get laid off.
Right.
It was a bat. But in the thing that you blame the bat.
I wonder if you wouldn't have been honest about it, what would have happened?
I thought about that, but honestly, they would have looked at my bank statements. Because the bank wants to look at your past few statements from like recent statements. So if they see that you're not working, you can lie all you want to try to get through the process. But when the day gets there where closing comes and the bank wants to see what you were paid, they're going to be like, this bitch isn't working.
Oh my goodness.
So the house is back up for sale. And I had to decline the offer. And I don't know how to get over it.
Dito.
I'm like so bummed.
I'm bummed for you, Dito. This was like that.
And I'm trying to stay.
It's just the perfect opportunity, just horrible.
I know, man. And it's like I've been super positive about like the whole coronavirus thing. I've been super like whatever. And I'm still super like this is going to be fine. But the only thing that's like getting to me is the dang house. It's not mine anymore. And it's all because of the bat. And I want you guys to know that if you guys like bats, I fucking hate you. No, I'm just kidding.
But she's not though. Seriously,
but I'm like low key kind of serious.
If you like bats, you're disgusting. Okay, those are the facts. Bats are disgusting.
No, I just really had to get all that off my chest because
Dito. And it's crazy though because it is affecting her and a really like this just goes to show you she's a perfect example as to how this affects somebody. This is just a single story. Imagine how.
And this is just the beginning of all. And so when the market crashed a few years ago, the house that people were having to go bankrupt and get rid of their houses, and houses were going for very, very cheap. But that was all, and interest rates were low and stuff like that, which you would think in retrospect is like the perfect time to buy. But also, the banks were being super picky on giving out loans. They weren't giving out that many loans. They weren't giving out high loans because it's a market crash. And now I feel like we are about to go through the same thing, which I feel like this was my opportunity. And now my next opportunity, I'm kind of worried that it's not going to come for a very long time because our economy is about to go through shit.
Yeah.
And now I don't know when, I've already been having trouble with the bank giving me money.
Right. Just be positive, girl.
It's
gonna come. It's kind of crazy because, like, for as long as she's been looking for a place, it's like I'm impatient as fuck too for her. I'm like, look, we're looking for a house. We need a house right now.
I was ready to buy a bottle of champagne. I'm like, I'm about to put a down payment on a house, bitch. Like, adult things. Let's go. And then, the coronavirus. So I'm like,
the coronavirus holds us back. Because that's crazy, because any other time, if we were still working, you would have been fine.
I would have had that. I would have been getting an inspection, like calling inspectors by now to getting it all done. And it was like the perfect house. It had the opportunity to build on. It already had like a roof set if I wanted to build onto the thing. So building on wouldn't have been a problem. And then my realtor was like, it was like the perfect opportunity. It was a concrete home, so which is a good build. And everything about it was nice.
Just wasn't the right
just
timing.
Not the right timing. So I guess I'm gonna have to just keep believing that everything does happen for a reason, and this was off. I probably would have been in more shit. I probably would have gone bankrupt if I tried to go through with this. And then, because even as servers, we are guaranteed our job back, thank God, but we don't know when it's gonna pick up.
Right.
And
so even though we might get our job back, doesn't mean we're making money.
Exactly.
So
I don't know. Maybe it's all happening for a reason.
I believe it is. You guys just stay clean. Stay with your hands washed. You can never wash your hands enough.
Yeah, buy lotion, though, because my hands are rough, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Look,
my hands
feel right here.
fine. Dito.
Rough.
That reminds me of winters in Chicago.
I know. You're like
we're in the
cracking
middle of a drought. Literally in a drought. Everyone's hands are cracked up. We're in Florida. With the
what is life? What is life?
But it's the truth, though. But just be safe. Keep your mamas and grandmas inside if they're, older.
Yeah,
Make
and
sure
just
they're okay.
Be kind to one another. And take this, like we said, take this opportunity to do something good with it.
Be productive with your time.
Yeah, be productive. Read. Paint.
Go outside, take a walk. Go have a picnic. Do something.
I told my mom we're barbecuing in the backyard.
Invite me when you guys do.
Sneak over during the quarantine. You don't get caught.
Run.
Oh, man. No, it'll be fine, guys.
Just keep your heads up. Be safe out there. Try to limit your exposure to people, I guess, for a while.
Yeah.
Until this all
passes through.
Yes.
They've already got, it's looking good in China.
Okay,
it's like
so
clearing up.
Hopefully it'll clear up soon in a couple of months.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of time. We just have to be patient.
And stay tuned. Listen to all our podcasts.
Yeah, we're going to have plenty of time to record now.
Tell a friend to tell a friend because, no one's doing shit at the house. You know, so
this is the perfect time to catch up on our shit.
So go catch up.
But yeah.
We love you guys. Thanks
also
for
use this time to subscribe, like, and comment, and follow us on Instagram.
Yes. If you didn't already. And share us, Let people know we're here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support. We'll keep you guys updated. We'll make sure to, talk about this in our future episodes.
Yes.
To see what's going on, how things have changed. So stay tuned.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's your two favorite girls.
Hey.
JQ.
Dali gon' be get 5-minute wind down.
Que paso, que paso.
So yeah, we're just gonna pretty much talk about how our week has been. It's been a little chaotic.
Yes, as you heard our whole episode about the corona.
Yeah.
Been kind of crazy, but I think we still have our goals and things set in mind for our future as well. Just because this is going on doesn't mean the world ended.
Yeah,
because it definitely
still
didn't.
Still have to set our goals and
yes.
I'm thinking about all these damn concerts that I was planning on going to. Everything near postponed.
Oh, I didn't even think about, because we were trying to go to Alicia Keys, but that's in September.
That's in September, yeah.
Oh, she's still got time. That might not get postponed.
I know, I hope not. Shit.
Man, I was trying to go back to Chicago so that I could grab some stuff, but I was telling Dali, I was trying to avoid having to send them all this paperwork and MoneyGrams and all that crap, and I really wanted to see my family too, my godkids and stuff. But that might not even happen. I'm supposed to be going next month, but I'm not going with my son on a damn plane, No, tickets are $50. I damn near want to be like, yes, by myself. But you know, I have my son, so I can't be like, oh, well, I'm gone for vacation without my son. You know, it doesn't work.
And then it, like we were saying, it puts you at risk that if you get over there and then something happens, you get quarantined over there and then you're stuck. All the airports are closed.
Guys, I'm so determined to be in school this fall. This is insane. I'm gonna have to look up everything.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
I'll make it happen before the deadline, which is August. So
yeah,
I need to do that. I mean, it's pretty far ahead. My birthday's in 2 months, and I'm like, ooh, what am I gonna do? May 12th.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but I think it's on like a Monday or something. It's not on Mother's Day this year. It's not, thank God. It's on a random...
I think you said Tuesday.
It is on a random Tuesday. How whack.
We can still do some shit. If you guys have any ideas of what we should do for JQ's birthday, hit us up.
Yes, DM us because I'm trying to look good.
Hopefully by then we'll be free and we'll be ready.
In an Airbnb.
Dude, if we go into quarantine, we're going to have to make sure we work out, dude.
Oh my God.
My ass buying hella wine. I'm ready.
Work out and drink wine.
Push up to the wall.
My ass has been, I have leggings on right now to work out because that's been my whole, like, I'll wear it in the morning, like, okay, you're gonna go work out, you're gonna do something. So I have these like workouts on my phone since we can't go to the gym, and I think I showed it to you, the workouts.
Yeah.
And it shows you tons of workouts that you can do, like, for any type of thing you're trying to do. So right now I'm sticking to cardio because that's what they told me to do, you know.
We gotta get it. Madison tried to go to the gym today, and they were only letting you had to wait outside because it's only 50 people at a time. So she was waiting outside to go into the gym. I'm like, we're about to be.
Well, they sent me a message. They closed the one in Bloomingdale.
Oh, really?
They closed it. Was that the one? She didn't go to that one, did she?
No, she probably went to the one in Tampa.
Yeah, girl, I got a text and I was like, ooh, it's about time. I was waiting for that one because I mean, it was about to happen.
We're about to be the queens of at home
Come
workouts.
on, we're gonna be strong as fuck after this quarantine.
I refuse to come out looking like a pig. Have you seen all those memes where it's like before the quarantine and then after the quarantine?
No food in the house.
I refuse.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday because we were like, we definitely ain't gonna starve because we got more than enough food in the house.
You know what I forgot to say in the earlier episode, like the real quarantine episode or coronavirus episode, is that people are like super stocking up on things, but you have to remember, Amanda made a good point about this. She put it on her Facebook and stuff. You have to remember that this is an autoimmune disease and you have to like fight. You have to prepare your body to fight for an infection. So
put the good shit in your body. So
put the oranges, the fruit, the kale, the spinach.
What was it?
All the fruits and veggies.
Vitamin C, vitamin D, some other vitamins.
All the good stuff. If it comes from the earth, it's probably good to put in your mouth. Don't be putting all this processed food, and then if you get sick,
your body is
better
able to fight it out.
Right. Drink a lot of fluids. Like, just be prepared, guys. Like, no one's fighting over bananas and oranges.
Right.
And, you know.
For real, though. You have plenty of that at the store. But all the box shit and all the preserved foods are definitely gone.
Mm-hmm. So food for thought. That's what it's called, right? Food for thought.
Food for thought. Be smart. Brain food.
But yeah. Nothing else has really been happening this week. We've just been kind of focusing. Voting.
Yes,
voting happened. I voted.
I was so sad I could not vote.
Dude, it was so sad. I'm like, Jackie, I'll wait for you in the car. Go vote, mama.
We could.
And she came out sad as hell.
So me and Dolly are so funny because we were like, we don't know who to vote for. Who do we vote for? Bernie or Biden? Bernie or Biden? We knew it was just those two.
So we're about to tell the whole world, guys, who we voted for. We made up the clever decision that one of us votes for Bernie and one of us votes for Biden. So, like, they each kind of get a vote.
So, technically, we only voted for Bernie because I couldn't vote. I didn't get a vote.
But, I mean, Biden won Florida.
Yeah, he won Florida.
So,
it's by, like, a long haul. But the thing, I couldn't vote because I wasn't affiliated with a party, which is complete BS to me.
Yeah,
because I don't think you should have to be affiliated with a party to vote for somebody. So it's kind of like you could be a third party, a person who's a part of a third party who agrees with a third party, and you can't even freaking vote because it's either Democrat or Republican.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like, what the hell? So I have to be Democrat to vote for a Democrat?
Loopholes. Hey guys, we ran into some technical difficulties, so we're gonna have to cut this short. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next week to hear more. Bye!